Good for America, Jim.
I love someone who comes on air and gives a completely ill-advised series of statements.
Why were those?
Came on yesterday and said, "Listen, we've gone on forever. You need to be regulated. You have securities. This is America." So this man, Mr. Armstrong, with a straight face, says a lot of things that sound very compelling, that are completely at odds with the 1933 and 1934 Act, which have stood us well as a country.
1933 Act, dude, that is like 90 years ago. Why are we following rules from 90 years ago when there weren't even phones, really? Are you kidding me?
Which I've actually studied and spent a lot of time on.
Right.
And did quite well. There. In other words, what I'm saying is I can't believe this guy has our guts to come on our air and say something that's completely contrary to a man who actually runs a commission that determines what should be.
Well, he's allowed to come on and say what he wants. Right?
Okay.
I mean, he's allowed to try and come on and defend his company. Yesterday, the SEC chair said to us, these companies, their business model is based on non-compliance.
There are two companies. One they're saying is just an outright fraud. They're saying it's going to be like Sam Bankman-Fried. They commingle. The two, where was the just partners?
But they didn't sue FTX. They didn't sue Sam Bankman-Fried.
Should have filed something this Friday morning. Because if you read the brief, it's Binance, they say this could be $2 billion. It's just gone. Okay. This man, on the other hand, is saying, listen, there's Congress is doing this and these people doing that. No, you see, we have a commission.
All right, let's listen to the commission again. Let's re-up what we heard from Gensler
the commission
yesterday.
Is the government.
Take a listen.
These trading platforms, they call themselves exchanges, are commingling a number of functions, which in traditional finance, we don't see the New York Stock Exchange also operating a hedge fund, making markets, and as we alleged in Binance, having a sister organization, flooding the platform with transactions called wash trading, and the lack of controls on the platforms is really a web of deception and conflicts.
Jim, Armstrong said, or the courts will figure it out. So what do you think happens?
I think that Armstrong loses because the commission is a very open and shut case.
You believe that?
Yes, because they're saying, listen, regulate, accept our regulation, and everything goes away. Just be transparent. Not a hard case.
I wish the traditional financial system was transparent. I wish it was transparent that the executives of Silicon Valley Bank cashed out over $2 million right before Silicon Valley Bank collapsed. I wish it was transparent how much money the banks actually have physically in their locations. I wonder what it would be like to have transparency when banks are transferring money and how they use your money. Because once you put your money in the bank, it's not there anymore. They use it for other things. I would love transparency. I would love proof of reserves for the banks. I would love to see transparency on how they use our money. We never really know. We never really get those answers. So I think it's a little hypocritical for complete transparency of crypto exchanges when we can't even get any sort of transparency. Yesterday, that wasn't the end of what he said. Jim Cramer said he's done and he's selling CARDANO.
Do you think it's existential to the ecosystem? Absolutely. You do. Absolutely. I think that if you are in a series of coins that were mentioned, and we all kind of know them, we're talking about Solano, talking about Matic, CARDANO. These are viewed in the CARDANO.
And then, literally this morning, Jim Cramer tweets just to troll us all. And he said, I have had it with Solano. Last night, that wasn't the last of what Jimmy said.
Because unlike the banks, these crypto assets all seem to be scams. And I want you out of them. Many of you traffic in them every day. You should. You're wrong.
Wow. If you guys are shocked, put an emoji to describe Jim Cramer in the chat.